Alright, everybody. It's good to see all of you back here with me again for another discussion. Another little sit down and talk about a topic that's going really viral right now. I guess it's actually not going as viral as the initial EDP drama did, but a lot of people are talking about it right now. So for those of you guys that don't know, EDP445, aka EDP445. That's his father, actually. His father is EDP445, but he's just EDP445. That's what they call his father. The big YouTuber, and he was very well known as like the meme guy people would use clips of in Twitter replies. Like back in the day, tons of people would. That's what EDP445 stands for, by the way, and you'll start to realize why that name's a little unfortunate in a minute when we get into the history of this dude. But yeah, you might know him because clips of him were really, really common, like meme replies on Twitter. That's how I discovered him. Like, you would just see funny clips of him that are like 5 seconds long being used on Twitter on replies to like meme posts from gimmick accounts. And he was like, I guess he mostly talked a lot about sports and stuff, like football or some shit. I'm not really into ball-based sports. I don't like looking at balls all day myself. But it was something like that, right? He started to get really big. You know, he really blew up. Got like over 1 million subscribers. And some guys who were part of a sort of small-time wannabe Chris Hansen, like, startup pedo hunter group called like Pedo Poachers, I think was the name, decided to catfish him. You see, there had been a few rumors, a few allegations against EDP that he had been a little weird with some underage fans in DMs. And these Pedo Poacher guys decided that it would be a really big hit if they could catch him, like, in the act. If they could, like, definitively catch this massive YouTuber and expose him as a pedo, they could get their names on the map, right? They could be, you know, Chris Hansen size, Chris Hansen tier, you know, not just some random nobodies on the internet. So they pretend to be like a little girl, like a 12 or 13-year-old girl, and like message him, and they get him to do some vile shit. They get him to do some vile shit. And I want to be clear, by the way, even though it wasn't, EDP believed that these guys were a 13-year-old girl, okay? One of the vile things that they got him to do was to send a loaf of his shit, just kind of vibing in the toilet, to this supposed girl. Yeah, so off to a bad start with EDP and these developments right now. But then they managed to, like, get him to meet in real life. They basically arrange, from this catfish identity, a area where they're going to get together and they're going to meet. And you can guess what's supposed to happen, right? And the Pedo Poacher guys bring, like, their printouts of the DMs and their, you know, their evidence, and they have their camera, and they're ready to confront him. And this video goes viral. Now, unfortunately, I actually can't find it on YouTube right now. I straight up Googled it. I straight up Googled it, and I have been looking for it. I cannot find it. I looked for it on YouTube, but I cannot find the original. Just a lot of reactions to it. So yeah. Can't find the original video of EDP getting confronted, but you've probably already seen it because I reacted to it already on my channel. And the reason why I'm talking about this in the first place is this tweet that somebody sent me, which is by somebody who does not follow me. So almost certainly, like, this is definitely a hate tweet. This is almost certainly a hate tweet, considering this person doesn't follow me. Xanderhall's greatest contribution to the internet is that racist versus pedo thumbnail. Truly iconic. That is true. That is unironically true, though. That may be a hate tweet, but that is true. Allow me to show you guys. I love how weirdly I have to, like, angle my arm around my microphone to type. One day, I will figure out a setup that does not require me to, like, contort my body to to use my computer while streaming. That'll be awesome. Here it is. The legendary thumbnail. You guys have probably seen this. It is literally a meme. Now, let me tell you guys the story behind this thumbnail, alright? I knew who EDP was, and I saw all of this go down, right? I saw the exposing of EDP happen, and it was all this big thing. I think I even did a video where I react to it. But then, stuff came out about this guy in the background, who I don't remember the name of. I just know that the PKA podcast guys called him Rascal McGovens, and that really fits, so that's what we're going to call this guy in the background, Rascal McGovens. He basically had a bunch of clips come out of him saying a bunch of racist, like outright really racist, and also pedo-ish shit as well. So, yeah, it started to be a clear case of like a clearly bad person on the internet trying to make it big off of exposing another bad person on the internet and then just fucking themselves over entirely. And I just thought that was enormously hilarious. And so, when I did the coverage of the video, I talked about exactly that. And when making the thumbnail, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to throw this baby together in about 5 seconds. So I found a really funny, goofy-looking image of EDP where he's, like, shirtless and he looks a little crazed. Cut the image out and put it here in the side here. And then I found a random image of the guy from the Pedo Poachers just looking a little sussy, I guess. Just making a little bit of a weird face, I suppose. And so I added that as the background. Added the basic template of my old avatar to the thumbnail. And then just typed racist versus pedo. Just because it sounded right. And it fit well in a basic, like, font format that I'd made. And I literally took 2 minutes to make this. And made this the thumbnail. And it became a meme. A meme that I see all over the place now. All the fucking time. And I literally put moments into this thing's creation. At most. Like, I threw this thing together without a second thought. Unironically, more heart in this than AI art. That is why I feel that there is a personal connection between me and this story, okay? I feel as though my coverage of this having created a meme that has allowed me to have a lasting legacy online to this day kind of makes it so that I need to cover this, all right? This development. So EDP got outed as a pedo who was attempting to meet up with and, let's be honest, 100 billion fucking % rape a 13-year-old girl at that hotel. Thankfully, there was no 13-year-old girl. But that was his intention, right? And he pretty much got away with it. I think he might have gone to jail for a short period of time, like a very brief period of time, but then he was quickly out of jail and on TikTok, gloating about the fact that, you know, no one could stop him, like in TikTok posts on TikTok, and it was pretty big news, and I actually planned on covering that, but before I could even get to covering that, something new came out in the story. So this is a tweet from, I'm pretty certain, yeah, this is EDP's real Twitter account. I have stage 5 kidney failure. Doctors are saying I have less than a month until total shutdown. It's been a ride. Well, holy shit. Now, to be fair, there's always a chance that he could be lying, but it's believable, you know? It's believable, especially considering what does he have to gain from, like, faking his death when he was literally gone from the internet pretty much and then came back to it just recently to gloat about how no one can stop him. It just doesn't... Yeah, so it seems like he might be going to permanent jail. Yeah, he's going to permanent jail. How do we feel about this, guys? Because on one hand, hear me out. On one hand, obviously, I'm in favor of reformative justice, and ideally we wouldn't just be killing people because they're bad. But, like, in this case, the legal system has failed. He's back out on the street. still has a platform and is gloating about the fact that he still has said platform, which he can use to potentially harm a real child in the future. I'm very much in favor of restorative justice, but this is a case where there is no ability for restorative justice to take effect, only for the victimizer to victimize children in the future. And now, essentially an act of God has happened, something completely out of anybody's control that is going to very quickly and swiftly end his life very soon. And apparently, I don't know if it's hypocritical for me to go, Rip Bozo, skill issue. You were literally, this guy was literally a week ago on TikTok with a smug smile on his face talking about how nobody can take him down and how they tried to take him down and they can't. I'm sorry, but my gut really leans towards Rip Bozo. You know, what should I call this video? Kidney failure versus pedo? Terminal illness versus pedo? Guys, I don't know if you know this, but kidney failure is like a pretty horrific way to die, too. It's not going to be pleasant. So for starters, your kidneys shut down, and that can just outright kill you as toxins build up in your system, and it just kind of... It's like when a Witcher takes too many Witcher potions in a row and the toxins build up, only it just keeps happening and then you die. Yeah, like, he could just straight up die from that. But life can be prolonged with, like, dialysis, which is also really painful and is just a life-prolonging precaution. It sucks. It is a karmatic justice moment we are seeing here. For someone to have been outed as, like, a pedo and then to, like, not get, like, have consequences really stick. And then for him to, like, do the whole, ha, you guys really thought you could take me down, huh? Thing. And then for him to literally get diagnosed with the terminal disease. Like, it really is, I like how you explained poisoning in the most Zoomer gamer-minded way, Zan. Well, I am a Zoomer gamer, aren't I? That is what my brain is made of, Zoomer gamer particles. Yeah, it's one of these moments where it's like, you know, you can't write this shit, right? Like the Andrew Tate thing that happened recently and this, it almost feels like it's too perfect and on the nose for writing. If these things happened in a story, you'd be like, man, this show really fell off. You know, this is really contrived story writing here. Like, okay, so like the pedo guy that gets away with it just suddenly gets kidney failure and he's gonna die in a month. That's how we're gonna wrap it up. Okay, that sounds really contrived, but okay. Maybe there is a god and he's a really bad writer. Anyway, with all that said, if you enjoyed this segment, please consider leaving a like. It really helps out the video, my channel, and my segments and my VODs a lot more than I think you guys even know. You can also subscribe and ring the bell icon and comment down below. All these things really help me out, and it tells you when I go live or upload a new video on YouTube if you ring the bell icon, so make sure you don't forget to do that. And of course, if you want to see more from me online, you can also follow my social medias, which are all linked down below in the description, including my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and my fan Discord. And finally, if you want to support me financially and you want to go the extra mile and you've got the money for it, but you don't need to, of course, you can always support me financially directly on my website, xanderhall.com/live, by donating or subscribing. There's a button to do that right up there in the top left corner of the screen. Or you can support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or Patreon. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.